What if I told you that the tiny little cracker sitting in your snack bowl right now?
That's not an exaggeration. We're talking about a block so heavy it could crush a grown man.
And every single day, machines turn thousands of these giants into the crispy, cheesy crackers you can't stop eating.
Today, we're going inside the factory. And trust me, once you see this process,
From a 500-pound cheese block to the cracker in your hand, this journey is absolutely wild. Before we get into the factory, let's talk about where Cheez-It actually came from.
The year was 1921. A company called Green & Green in Dayton, Ohio created the very first Cheez-It cracker.
Their mission was simple: make a snack that tastes like real cheese. Not fake, not artificial, real.
and that commitment to real cheese, that's still the secret behind every single Cheez-It made today.
Ensure lot number 42B is logged before we move it.
Thermal reading is optimal.
Ensure not just any cheese. These are 500-pound blocks. But
so heavy that workers have to move them with forklifts. That is what arrives at this factory every single morning.
now you might be wondering, why go through all this trouble with real cheese? Why not just use artificial cheese flavoring like most snack companies do?
Real aged cheddar has natural oils, proteins, and flavor compounds that NO artificial flavoring can replicate.
For generations, this herd of Guernsey cows has called these sun-drenched fields home, producing some of the finest dairy in the region.
The cheese blocks are fed into a machine that works almost exactly like an industrial Play-Doh extruder.
You remember as a kid, you'd push Play-Doh through those little shape holes and it would come out in twisted strands? Same concept.
Except this machine is the size of a room, and it's pushing 500 pounds of solid cheddar cheese through it.
The cheese comes out as small, twisted strands, perfectly sized to blend evenly into the dough.
No chunks, no uneven spots, just perfectly broken down cheese, ready to mix.
Check the viscosity reading here.
Looks stable. Recording the levels now.
Enriched flour, vegetable oil, salt, all added in precise proportions.
Ice water, yes, ICE water. Because the mixer runs so fast it generates heat, and they need to keep the dough cool.
But here's the ingredient most people have no idea is in a Cheez-It hacking: paprika.
The factory pre-mixes the paprika separately with water, salt, and sugar first, so the color and flavor spread perfectly throughout every inch of the dough.
The entire mixture is then blended continuously for 14 full minutes until a rich, uniform cheese dough is created.
Now here's the part that absolutely nobody talks about. After all that mixing is done, the dough doesn't go straight to production. It rests for...
Think about that. The snack you're gonna eat tomorrow is literally sitting in a holding room right now, just resting, waiting. Think about during those 24 hours, the flavors deepen. The cheese, the paprika, the salt, they all fully absorb into the dough.
And the dough structure stabilizes, becoming significantly less sticky, so it can be rolled into thin sheets without tearing.
After 24 hours of rest, the dough moves to the sheeting stage.
This layering method makes the dough more workable and prevents tearing, which could easily happen if pressed in a single step.
But the dough sheets are not pressed to final thickness in one go. They're layered on top of one another first.
Once enough layers are built up, the entire mass passes through heavier, more precise rollers to reach its final thickness. Here it travels continuously between large rollers, where it is flattened and gradually compressed.
Now here comes one of the most satisfying parts of this entire process.
The dough sheet enters the cutting section, where rotating cutting rollers press in the surface pattern and cut lines almost at the same time.
Thousands of perfect square shapes stamped out every single minute.
And that little hole in the middle of every Cheez-It, that's called a Docker hole.
It helps release air and moisture during baking fev, allowing the crackers to bake more evenly and maintain their crisp texture. Right after cutting, before the crackers hit the oven, the entire dough sheet passes through the salting stage.
A light, even layer of fine salt spread across the full surface.
Salt helps create that signature crispy texture on the outside, applied with incredible precision across every single cracker.
And now, the oven, the heart of the entire operation.
Cheez-It's industrial oven stretches more than 300 feet long, longer than a football field.
The crackers travel through multiple heat zones so they can be baked precisely and evenly. In the hottest section, the temperature reaches around 700 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hot enough to quickly dry the surface and give the crackers their signature crisp texture and that baked golden color.
Inside this oven, 8,000 pounds of crackers pass through every hour, enough to produce nearly 53,000 Cheez-Its every single minute.
When those crackers come out of the oven and hit, here's something fascinating. They don't come out as individual squares yet, right? Like they emerge as large baked sheets with pre-cut lines already stamped in.
Then comes the separation step, a vibrating braking mechanism that shakes and bends the sheet.
And in an instant, those large sheets snap neatly apart into countless individual 1-inch squares.
And the workers say the whole factory smells like fresh baked cheese crackers all day long. Not a bad place to work.
Moving for agriculture to CSCS, but they're not going into the box just yet.
After quality control, the crackers move through cooling tunnels.
Long passages where temperature-controlled air brings the crackers down to room temperature completely. If you packaged hot crackers, moisture would build up inside the bag. And nobody wants a soggy Cheez-It.
Now comes packling tortisode. And this is where the speed becomes truly mind-blowing.
The crackers travel along a conveyor system and are divided across multiple weighing lines, handled gently to minimize breakage. Packaging film is pulled from a roll, guided through an alignment system, and gradually formed into the body of the bag.
The machine makes horizontal seals while precisely dropping the correct weight of crackers inside each bag.
Each box holds more than 240 crackers, and this plant produces more than 122 million crackers per hour, 80 billion per year.
Cheez-It doesn't just make the original. They produce dozens of varieties.
Each switch between varieties requires a full cleaning of the equipment to prevent flavor contamination.
Extra toasty, white cheddar, pepper jack, grooves, snapped. The operation never stops.
Let's talk about the scale of this operation, because the numbers are absolutely staggering.
At Kellogg's Battle Creek plant in Michigan alone, more than 200 million pounds of Cheez-It crackers are produced every year.
If all crackers produced in just one day were lined up end to end, they would stretch 6,000 miles.
Once the boxes are packed, they move into massive warehouses and then out into the distribution network.
Thousands of trucks carry Cheez-Its from production facilities to distribution centers across the country.
Cheez-It uses a blend of cheddar and skim milk cheese, aged for a specific period to develop the right flavor profile.
Fun fact number 1. If you lined up all Cheez-Its produced in one day end to end, they would stretch 6,000 miles. Fun fact number 2. Without the Docker hole, the cracker would puff up like a pillow during baking.
Fun fact number 3. Extra Toasty went so viral online that Kellogg's had to massively ramp up production just to meet demand.
And fun fact number 4, Moo. Cheez-Its parent company, Kellanova, generates over $1 billion annually from this one snack brand alone. And for years, the darker, more toasted Cheez-Its at the bottom of the bag were considered the rejected ones.
The ones that stayed in the oven slightly too long. But consumers LOV'd them.
And people were going crazy online saying the darker ones tasted better.
What actually separates Cheez-It from every other cheese cracker? 3 things.
And 3 steps? Over 100 years of recipe refinement. You simply cannot fake real cheese.
1. Real aged cheddar cheese. 2. Baking at 700 degrees, creating that crispy, layered texture. 1.
Thousands of workers make this possible, starting with dairy farmers who raise the cows.
Careful, those are mine. You are too funny. They're everyone's. Yeah, Dad, share the Cheez-Its.
And now with Ruth, the next time you open that red box and hear that satisfying crinkle, you'll know exactly what it took to get there. And
Over 100 years, billions of crackers, one iconic snack. Cheez-Its process is a masterclass in food manufacturing, quality control, and consistency.
Drop in the comments, are you a regular Cheez-It person or an Extra Toasty fan? I'll be reading every single one. See you in the next one.
if you made it this far, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already.